internet, such a lovely day, so I thought I might film outside. Been meaning to make a video for a while, so I thought I would. I've been tagged in Nerimon's YouTube survey 2012 by Zombies and Tea Parties. I was going to tag you, but you beat me to it. Why are you called that? Well, when my mum was pregnant with me, she and my dad had a lot of trouble picking names. If I was a boy, Mum wanted Zach and Dad wanted like Jessie or something, but they couldn't think of one for a girl. And then one day my grandpa rang up and he was like, "Oh, I've got an idea. Why don't you call her Ruby?" So that happened. My surname is Smillie, not Smillie. Smillie is an Irish name. And my YouTube channel I called Smiley Face because it's a pun on my name, Smiley Face. And the one is just because YouTube was all like, "Oh, somebody's already got that name." Ho 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 ho. Fine, put a 1. Whatever, YouTube. Tell us about your favourite school teacher. Well, I live on the Central Coast, New South Wales in Australia, and like we don't have a whole lot of prestigious fancy-dancy schools. We're just like, this is where you take your children to learn stuff. There were some really good teachers, I suppose, but I never really had one that stood out to me because most of the time it just felt like I was there because I had to be, and I was learning because they had to teach me, and it's like, I am the teacher, you are the student, dominance and stuff. But there was this one music teacher that I really liked called Mr. Sinclair. He wasn't my actual teacher though. We had a different teacher, but he was like another music teacher because we had two. And what made me really like him was the fact that he wasn't condescending at all. It's like once we reached a certain age we were seen as equal. A lot of the teachers didn't treat us as equals and he did, and I liked that. He was just like another guy that was there to help us out with stuff. But also, he was in a lot of our classes' performances for music, and he helped out so much when we weren't his responsibility. He didn't have to help us at all. He wasn't obliged. Nobody made him. He just did because he wanted to. I really got the impression from him that he was there because he enjoyed making music, and he enjoyed teaching music and just being surrounded by music. That's why I liked music classes, because I enjoyed making music and being surrounded by music. And he really emphasized that. He put in a lot of effort for us when we weren't his students, and that made me really respect him as a human, because it was less of a "I am your teacher, you will learn this," and more of a "you're a cool person and I enjoy your company." What is the strangest food you've ever eaten? Blue vein cheese. Have you ever tried that? It's weird. It's weird. Blue vein cheese. Ah. Tell us about your first gig. Oh, there's a bindi. There's a bindi in my foot. What are you doing, Summer? I have this super vague memory of going to a Nikki Webster concert when I was about 12 years old, and I don't remember anything about it. No, paper, come back. But I remember I enjoyed myself because I absolutely loved Nikki Webster when I was younger. Pretty sure I was just in a room with a bunch of people, like, screaming 12-year-olds and such. The first concert that I actually do remember was Fall Out Boy. Fall Out Boy has been, like, a huge part of my life ever since I was about 14 years old. They were the first band that I actually called my favourite band, and they've stuck with me for so long. I remember when I was about 14 or 15, I was convinced that I was going to grow up to marry Pete Wentz. That dream kind of died. I remember we were really far back, and they didn't have like a jumbo screen, but I could still tell which one was which because I was that obsessed. I knew pretty much everything there was to know about them at the time. What is your favourite place in the world? Ugh. This one's really difficult for me because I haven't really travelled a whole lot. Like, I went to Bali once in like 2008 maybe, and I loved it there because it was just so different. It's very touristy though, and I think when I was really young, like 5 or 6 years old, I went on a road trip with my parents out in the desert, but I don't remember that at all. I only really know where I've lived, so I'm going to say my favourite place in the world is the internet. Yep, the internet. I'm more associated with people than I am with places, and the internet is where I can interact with all of the people that I love, or I can hide from them totally, because I like hiding from people. I don't like interacting with people in real life. It's so much easier on the internet. But if we're talking favourite places that we've never been, London. I'm gonna go there. it, and it will be wonderful. Who do you want to answer the survey next? Put my hand on a bindi. I don't know. Most of my favourite YouTubers have done it already, and most of my favourite YouTubers are really unlikely to see this. But on the off chance that they do, I would like Amazing Phil and Dan is Not on Fire to answer this survey, because I would be quite interested in their answers. Survey complete. Thank you for watching. I shall see you next time. A piece of paper is flying away. Ah! Gah, gah, gah. Tell us about your first gig. Tell us about your first gig. I don't know how to do this one.